What's up, guys? This is Green Alien here, and today I'm gonna say goodbye to my Alienware Area 51 Predator 1 Cyborg Green. I'm gonna give you guys an overview of the computer, boot it up, and basically just show you guys around. So let's get started. Now, this case does require a key to open. I have that key. You open it up. I have 3 drives installed, as well as a floppy drive. Those are mainly just for show. Only 2 of the optical drives work. I use this one to store my game in, if it's not currently in one of my other drives. So you just open that, pull that out. Usually there's a game in there. And usually there's this weird thing where if I pull this drive open and then I close it, that light will come on. I have no clue why. So let's just go ahead and start it up. Starts up. Got the Alienware Tactics keyboard. Show you through the BIOS. This is a Asus P532N SLI Rev 2 deluxe motherboard with the Wi-Fi. So basically it's an Intel Pentium D at 3.73 gigahertz, 4 gigabytes of RAM. And this computer did have a different configuration. I reverted it back to stock with the Asus board and the Intel Pentium D. Last week, my custom build that a lot of people do with these types of cases, because you know they're pretty cool and all. That build, the motherboard went bad. None of my SATA drives were being detected at all. I couldn't get into the operating system. I tried all the other drives in a separate computer, and they all worked just fine. That computer, it had 8 gigabytes of DDR3 Ripjaws RAM, some sort of AMD FX series processor, quad core at 4.2 gigahertz, and a gigabyte motherboard. So yeah, for some reason, whenever I try to go to any web page on Internet Explorer, I get an error, so I can't really use the internet. Don't have really anything installed on this computer anymore, because I don't want to use my old hard drives with this hardware, because I'm just afraid of it messing something up with my configuration, since it is such obsolete hardware. This computer from 2006 was actually a pretty decent computer back then. Cost around $4,000 from Alienware. It had liquid cooling, the Asus board, 4 gigabytes RAM, and the Intel Pentium D dual core at 3.73 gigahertz. I removed the water cooling and replaced it with a stock air cooler. Well, not a stock air cooler, a Cooler Master air cooler. I don't have the box for it, so I can't tell you exactly which one. But the reason why I removed the water cooling was because it wouldn't work with my AMD platform that I was switching to. And so I removed the water cooler, installed my new hardware. That hardware failed, so I put the old hardware back in temporarily. Go ahead and lock that. The reason why I didn't reuse the water cooler is because it's some odd water cooler. Here, I'll show you. Let me get it up real fast. Some of whatever this is. I've only seen one other cooler like it, and it was from Alienware Area 51. Somebody on an Alienware forum from Google Images posted it, and I was like, hey, that's my same cooler. And so yeah, the reason why I'm replacing this computer is because I'm getting a new one. So look forward to that video. Should be coming within the week or next week. It'll be here by next Friday, January 5th. So stay tuned for that. And that's it. So go ahead and shut it down. And then I'll get it up on the desk and show you around the inside of the case, as well as the old hardware that was inside. Alright, so I've grabbed my old phone. I'm using that as a flashlight. So now I'm just going to go ahead and try to get that RX 480 out. I've already removed all the cables and the screws, so the latch stem on this motherboard for the PCI slot is already broken off, so this card should just slide right out. Get a hand hold this computer from falling. Yep, there it is. XFX. So there's the motherboard name. Oh my bad, it's a P5N, not a P532. You got your 4 sticks of RAM, 1 GB each. So now I'm just going to replace it with one of my many graphics cards I have in here. This graphics card, it's a NVIDIA 9800 GT from PNY. This came in the computer when I got it, so I think it's quite fitting if I just go ahead and replace it with that. So you just line it up. And this is my favorite part about working with computers is inserting the graphics card. I'm sure if you ask a lot of other PC builders or people that work on computers, that's also their favorite part as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove these drives. These are the ones that I used in my AMD build. They're not going to be used anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove them. It's a bit tough, but once you get it a little bit to come out, it should just come out just fine. Usually you gotta get a hand hold or use both hands, but unfortunately I can't do that because one's holding my phone, and that was because I grabbed that one. I'm slightly dumb, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove my optical drives, so I'll come back when I'm done that. Alright guys, well I just decided to completely refilm this scene. This scene was full of surprises that I had no idea about. I'm pretty angry at the moment, so please try to bear with me. So, where I left off, I was going to show you just how easy it is to remove these drives and the optical drive. So, basically, you just grab these two sleds, you pull them, drive comes out, you just grab the drive, pull it the rest of the way out. And I'm going to do that for this drive right down here. It's pretty easy. They really do make working in these Alienware cases not intimidating and very easy. Even on YouTube they said that they don't want you to feel intimidated working on these computers. They're completely fine with, when you buy one of their systems and you get a warranty, you can, they said most sellers, they don't want you to open it up or else you avoid their warranty. But with their systems, you can open it up. It's completely fine. You won't void your warranty and they want you to feel like I guess confident in upgrading your system. You know, since these systems do go for around thousands of dollars. So yeah. Right now I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to remove the optical drive. Probably the last time these parts are gonna be in this case. So there you go. That's an optical drive. Basically what I did is you just pull this tab, you just slide it out from the back like this, you push it through, and you just grab it from the front and pull it out. And basically that leaves a big hole in the front, which you go ahead and take your bay cover, and let's see if I can get this from looking on the video, and you just pop it back into place. Just snaps in. Well, that's not the way to do it, but it's hard to do it while you're filming. I'm sure most of you understand that I am working with only one hand and I'm basically watching the phone. Okay, there it is. So, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got. This is my old phone. Just gonna show you on the phone, and just go ahead and go to eBay. Hopefully my tab did not sign me out when I closed it. Alright, so basically this is my new computer. It's an Alienware Aurora R4 ALX with the i7 3820. And this is basically why I'm pretty angry at the moment. When I first saw this computer, it was listed for $399 free shipping. Came with a GT 620 graphics card and a 1TB hard drive. And I ran a service tag check on Dell's website. Found out the original system configuration came with dual AMD 7870s, which were replaced by a GT 620, and I was pretty angry about that. But you know, just checking this listing now, it says that now it says dual AMD 7870s and a 50GB hard drive. It kind of makes me angry because it makes you wonder, like, what the seller did to the system, you know, before selling it to you. You know, on Dell's website, I ran the check and I found out it came with a Samsung boot SSD and the dual 7870s, and I was pretty upset about that because, you know, the guy replaced it with a GT 620, and those AMD 7870s, those are, here, I'll show you on Amazon. When I was on Amazon the other day, I looked up the AMD 7870s. So look right here, AMD 7870, 2GB. These are $300 cards, and I guarantee you that that seller removed both of those and sold them on their own. You know, $298, that's a lot of money. And that's $100 less than what I paid for the system. I paid $400 for the system. These are $300 cards. So $600 cards in a $400 system. You can see how probable it is that he would take those cards and sell them, and then the SSD out and then sell that too, or put it in a different system and sell it with that. And I wrote about it on one of my forums that I'm on. It's an Alienware forum. I can leave a link to it down below in the description. And I talked about it and how I ran the service check, and I was pretty upset about it in the post. I'm sure a lot of other people, when they read it, are going to be upset too, just to know that somebody would do that to the system. So yeah, that's pretty much just going to wrap up this video. I will make a video, of course, when I get the this new one. I'm going to make a video on it, and then probably make another video once I get everything the way I want it. It does need a little bit of casework. As you saw, the front bezel is busted right there, so I'm going to get a replacement front bezel, replacement side panel because it's all scratched up, and the power button doesn't work, so I'm going to have that fixed. I'm going to do all this work on my own. I don't go to like Best Buy or Micro Center and have them do the work for me. I like working with computers, and that's just a passion of mine that I have. So yeah, more videos are to come, so that's it. Bye. Alright guys, so I'm back. I've moved the computer from that table onto my desk. So yeah, to open the case, this latch is kind of worn out, so you kind of gotta like pry it open. See, I got it. A lot of these are if you look on eBay for these cases, a lot of them have this door either missing or they're broken off. A lot of the times these little latch stems, they'll be broken off, so you can't activate the latch to just push it open, or push it to open to release the latch. The same thing goes with the front door. That's the reason why I use the keys, because the latch stem is broken. So just do that to open the side panel. Pull that open, and I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to remove the wire for the fan, because the side panel does have a fan on it. You can just go ahead and lift that out. You see there's that fan. It's a red LED fan to match the red LEDs on this case. So inside, this was the graphics card from my AMD build. It's a AMD RX 480 RS from XFX. It's an 8GB card, and that's pretty much it. Cooler master cooler, which I talked about. This was also from my AMD build. It's a Corsair SP20 120mm fan, red LED to match the red LED theme on this case. We got 3 hard drives, 2 of which are 160 gig, one's a 320 gig. Not modern by any standards at all. Today's modern standard is 1 terabyte. That's the industry standard for all computers, that they have a 1 terabyte hard drive. So yeah, I think right now I'm just gonna remove the RX 480, because that's gonna go in my new computer that I'm getting, that I'm gonna make a video on. I might show you guys what it is at the end of this video, but I don't really know yet. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. There's the front of the case. Usually you got your red cathode lights. There's no lighting in this case, so it's really hard to see, unless I got a flashlight, which I currently don't have at the moment, unfortunately, or else I would turn it on and show you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the inside of the case. And I'm going to work on getting out that RX 480, and I'll come back when I do.